Hello world and welcome back. I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North, and this is Europa Universalis IV, featuring all the DLC up to Mare Nostrum and the fantastic MEIOU Taxes Mod. Check it out in the description below. We're Cologne, and we've added some territories to our empire, to our republic rather. We are a republic. We have the vassals of Bentheim and Brabant, but that's not actually what I want to talk about in this episode. First of all, we can clearly see that the empire demands that we return the province of Emmerich to the Holy Roman Empire. But Karhu, you're asking yourself, at the end of the last episode you conquered Cleves, not Emmerich, and I'm about to tell you why. First of all, I'm not going to give that back. I will definitely keep Emmerich. But I was doing a little bit of research, specifically on Cleves and a bunch of other things. You might also notice that I changed the name of this area, and this area. And that's because Cleves, I'm just going to zoom in and see if we can see this. Cleves is right here-ish. It is between the Rhine rivers and the Maas River, also known as the Meuse River. And the way I see it, Bonn, Köln, Dusseldorf are all on the Rhine. Emmerich here is a town that's right across the river from Cleves. It's actually only 10 kilometers from Cleves, but it actually sits on the Rhine. And I figured, since we are going to be a merchant republic, since we are focusing on trade, certain things, I mean, not really focusing on trade, but yeah, trade is important, that having direct control over the Rhine would make a little bit more sense. Also, Cleves isn't really a super important city historically. I mean, it's important if you live there. I apologize. I don't mean to offend you, but just you know, it's not as important as, say, a Bonn or Dusseldorf or Cologne, where I'm like, those have to be the capitals of those areas, right? Cleves, I mean, according to what I've got, it's home to a very beautiful Schwanenberg, which is a swan castle. It's where the Dukes of Cleves lived. It's very beautiful. You can see it right there. I think I'm pointing in the right direction. Yeah, you can see it up there. It's beautiful. It's on the cliffs. It's actually these cliffs that is where the name Cleves originally came from Cliff. I think I'm pronouncing that right, which is the Middle Dutch word for cliff, right? There was actually a canal in the city that led to the Rhine, but that's about it. The most famous thing that most people probably know about Cleves is Anne of Cleves, Henry VIII's fourth wife. And when historically one of the most important things to happen in your city is the fact that Henry VIII married a woman from your town. Yeah, so I'm going to switch it to Emmerich. And also, something that bodes well in Emmerich's favor for this decision between Cleves and Emmerich is Emmerich was actually a Hanseatic city, as was Köln, as was Dusseldorf for a little bit. And so, actually, I was going to change this to Venlo, which is also a Hanseatic city, and it's actually on the Maas River. But I'm actually going to change it back to Roermond, because Roermond is a larger town. It was also a Hanseatic city, and it's also on the Maas. So basically, while we have Bonn, Köln, Dusseldorf, and Emmerich leading as basically my four towns on the Rhine, I've also got Roermond, Nijmegen in Nedergelen, and hopefully, eventually, Maastricht on the Maas as leading that in. What else did I want to say? Yeah, that's really all I want to say. We added 2 new Hanseatic cities. Can't find any Hanseatic cities in the area of Jülich. I don't know. They're not really on the rivers, so I understand why they weren't, probably part of the Hansa. But that's what we're doing. Also, we've got quite a bit of territory. And so I'm starting to develop the internal structure of the Republic. It's going to be based something on a cross between the Hanseatic cities and the Germanic cities, maybe the Confederation of the Rhine. I'll get more into detail about that a little bit later once we get more than one state in and things like that. Just in case you are interested in the actual history of how the Empire worked or how the Hanseatic League worked, you'll get a little bit more information there. But that's quite enough of me blabbing about naming places. Oh yeah. Also, I changed Ostrhein and Westenrhein to Düsseldorf and Bonn because I figured each of these districts, each of these Kreise, could be in modern Germany. They are they're named after the city that administers them. So I figured in our version of this Rhenish Republic that we could do the same thing. So we have Düsseldorf instead of Ostrhein, Köln, and Bonn instead of Westenrhein. So we've got all of that. Right now, we've got plenty of cash. We're losing a little bit of money because army maintenance. Oh, and also rooting at corruption. Yeah, that's a thing. But do people still don't like me, right? Actually, no, that's a bad person to look at because I'm they're my vassal. I'm their lord. Aggressive expansion and unlawful territory. That's currently a minus 64. That's leading me towards that, which is bad. Force limit is 9. Okay. Barely developed. Good. I wish I could get a little bit more, but I can't, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, my men are reinforcing. That's okay. I am slowly getting Emmerich into my territory. But just in case there are separatists from some Clevian separatists from Emmerich, then I do just want a guy there because their interest is currently 5.3, and that will go away. Separatism and unlawful territory will eventually go away. Non-accepted culture, and that's okay. Once we make Emmerich a core, then I think Dutch will probably become an accepted culture of ours, and that will make things quite nice. But all of this doesn't really deal with the matter at hand, and that matter, of course, is where am I going to expand next? Where am I going to expand next? I know I can beat Mark and their allies in a war. Mark is with Hoya in Friesland. Friesland is here. Where's Hoya? Hoya, I believe, is these guys right here. Hey, gaining control. Good. I'm starting to gain control over Emmerich. Trade power, tax modifier, missionary strength, all these things. Good. Will that actually... No, that still won't increase my land force limits. That's fine. But Hoya is all the way over here, so they can deal with my good friends Bremen Verden. Right. So I think Mark might be the next place. And you know what, Mark? The capital of Mark is Ham, but I'm probably going to change that to because I don't think Ham was a Hanseatic city. Foreign plots. Seize them and their wealth. Or I lose stability. No, I'm just going to seize them and their wealth. Yeah, I'll lose a little bit of Republican tradition, and that's fine. But I get monies. Like, I want to get to... Where is it? No, not public baths. Where's the university? Where's the university? There's a marketplace, customs... Anyways, I want a university, because that will decrease the cost of development. And I definitely want to develop places a little bit more. Okay, speaking of development, I can increase my diplomatic or military technologies, but I'm still ahead of the curve by 3 years, so I don't want to waste extra resources, extra power, just to get those a little bit early. International guild contracts, the aristocrats or the guilds? I don't really care. Neither of them are the traders. Do I want to suspend my diplomats? Yeah, fine, I'll suspend a diplomat for a while. That is okay. Can we build anything? Constable or armory in Cologne? No, no thank you. That's because all these are good. We've got marketplace, we've got church, public baths. Do I really care about public baths? Bailiff, that's good. Constable? I mean, I guess all of these things do help out in terms of, like, development costs and whatever, but I don't really care. I don't really care about development autonomy, rather, in Cologne. It's my capital. Autonomy should always be pretty darn low, right? I mean, 0.07 each month isn't really going to matter. Whereas if I get a university, in the long run, that will matter. That will definitely matter. Okay, so again, I could start investing in some things. But again, that's still 20% ahead of time. No, I'll just wait a couple of years. Yeah, I'll be behind the curve, but that's okay. I don't really mind. I don't really mind being behind the curve. A little bit. A little bit. Our truce with Schleswig-Holstein has ended. Cool. A truce with Minden and Mark. Oh, I know what I should do. I totally know what I should do. I should develop a... Do I need my relationship with them? No, I'm going to withdraw. There we go. I'm going to withdraw my diplomat from Bentheim, and I'm going to start working on a claim in Mark. So I want to invade Mark. I know I can defeat them. I know it. And that's fine. And hopefully by the time I get Mark, then my aggressive expansion on unlawful territory will be down a little bit. That'll probably take like 4 or 5 years, which will be, what, that's like 15, 20 negative penalties going away. So that's not bad. That is not bad. I'm getting very close to the next idea. When's the next idea at? 16. So I need this 14, 15, 16. I'm 3 away. That's fine. Grand Captain Frauke Ham has died. That's unfortunate. Production improvements. Production efficiency plus 2.5. That's good. I mean, it's not particularly great, but it's not particularly bad. Okay, last time I met with Marquis of Brabant, let's meet with Count of Bentheim. They like me. Let's try to negotiate a tighter bond. Rejected our conquest of a better integration. Man, okay. That's fine. Their liberty desire is a little bit high. Is a little bit high, but you know, that's going away. That's going away. Going away. They're actually combined more powerful than I am. Which is 52%. So, you know, if I can integrate Emmerich, if I can start getting Mark and things like that. Like, if you notice, I'm trying to move along the trade lines. And I still really want Aachen. Because if I can take Aachen, then, Oh! The Empire is at war with Genoa, France, Armagnac, Bar, Bourbonnais, Comines, Foix, Alençon, Orléans, and Valentinois. Maybe is now a good time to take out Aachen? Okay, first of all, I need my manpower to recover. Okay! Bremen is now going again to war to Schleswig-Holstein, so let's help them out with that, shall we? Good. Good. I'll just, you know, rack up the, favors. I'll rack up the favors. I can get a claim on Westphalen, which is this guy. I guess I no longer have a claim on Westphalen. But you know what? That will draw in the trade league. I can't really afford that. So I'll put these petty squabbles behind us. Oh yeah, and the traders will also gain an influence. So that's a lot of reasons to do it that way. So I need to go up there, but I can't because they're blocking the channel. Jerks! Who blocks channels in this day and age? Alright, I'll wait. I'll wait. I mean, what's our... Business is booming. Trade efficiency plus 5%. I mean, we only have 2 transports. They actually have military, naval superiority to us. Which means I don't know how much I can actually help out with this. I really don't know. Census, fairly developed, some building opportunities. Okay, we knew that. We knew that. I've suffered casualties? Yes, I know that. I know that. Let me think. Some rebel factions, you know what? While they continue to block that, there's nothing I can really do for this war. Like, really, there's nothing I can do. So I'm just going to go back to Emmerich, the former county of Cleves, and I'm going to attempt to hold off any kind of rebellion, because simply having my army in that territory will reduce the chance of them uprising. Like, if you're constantly seeing soldiers on the street, you're going to go to one of either 2 things. You're either going to absolutely resent that, and you're more likely to rise up, or in this case, where guns are not nearly as easily to acquire as they are today, they'll be pacified. So let's pacify them. Construction running over budget. The architect had presented the most beautiful plans, the stonemason had cut the most beautiful stone, yes. So a bunch of things. It can still be done if we reorganize the project. Let's lose administrative power, that is fine. That is fine. So I don't want to spend any more money than I need to, right? You don't get rich by writing checks. Great advisor has already died. 2 great advisors have died. What's my mission? Manpower needs to recover. Wow, that's going to take a while. 86 a month? That means every year I get like 1,000, right? Ish. It's going to take forever. Okay, you know what? I'm going to cancel that mission because that will take forever. Like, literally forever. Like, literally. Literally. But yeah, we're just still getting a core in Emmerich. That's fine. So if you know, just putting my troops in there's no longer a rebellion. No longer unrest. In fact, that dropped it by... Let's... Where is it on the list? Friendly troops, minus 2.25. Base tax development in Bonn. In Bonn, we have 27% chance of gaining 1 base tax. No, didn't happen. Okay. Still very close. I mean, within like 6 months, I will get some new technology. Definitely looking forward to that. Good, we're back to making money because we're not reinforcing our troops anymore. I mean, so we're only making 0.49, but you know what? Over time, that adds up, right? Okay, good. Holstein is... Okay, well that guy... Oh, okay. They have moved their troops out, so I'm going to see if I can't conquer a territory or 2, just to get a little bit... If money does change hands as a result of this war, the more territory you take over, the more battles you fight, the greater a percentage of that money that you will get. So, I would like a little bit of money. Base manpower in Jülich. Something might go up in Jülich. Yay! We got... I believe that was production in Jülich. I didn't check as much. Core acquired. I have acquired Emmerich. Nice! But you know what? I don't want attrition, so let's move out of there. Oh, I lost 200 men. That's like 12 months of militaries. Ecclesiastical jurisdiction. I will submit to church authority because I don't want to unrest the Pope too much. No, I'm going to sentence him under secular law. Secular law. Still can only build stuff in Cologne. That's fine. There we go. I have Nordfrexlen. And we're just going to take over that. Yeah, there we go. I lost 60 men, they lost 1,000. Why did I even bother? Guild leaders, rival nobles status. Guilds, aristocrats don't really care. Do us a few favors, because I don't want to lose my prestige any more than I already have. So, let's just take Nordschleswig, and we'll leave it at that. There we go. Good, everything is good. I'm going to send my boys back to... No, Emmerich should be incorporated already. Woo! What did they get? I got 21! 21! And they did that to give... Okay, Bremenwerden, when you declare war on somebody and it's war for... conquest? Okay, they actually did take some stuff. Okay, they like doubled in size. Yo! Yeah, they took Holstein. I was just going to criticize them for not taking any territory in the war, but they totally took territory. They took Holstein, and they took Südschleswig. Wow. In fact, they left the marshy area on the side. Good for you. Good for you, Bremenwerden. Good for you. Excellent. Okay. Just improving my troops, just regaining some troops. There we go. I should stop saying troops. Troops! We are getting a claim on Mark. And I should, right now, as soon as these modifiers drop, I'm just going to invest in some military technology, some diplomatic technology. Boom! Trade efficiency, yearly corruption. Fantastic. I can also increase my... Actually, ship quality increases automatically. You don't need to go back through and change it like you do for your troops. And I'm going to get military technology. There we go. I'm now going to upgrade my hoofmaces to swivel guns. And the expense of producing bombards combined with their immobility to make... The expense of producing bombards combined with their immobility to make them a liability on the battlefield. See, this is where commas would really help. Really help. Or just combined with their immobility, the expense of producing bombards... the expense of producing bombards made them a liability on the battlefield. Yeah, that's an awkward sentence. The success of the Hussite rebels showed rulers that small mobile guns had a place on the battlefield. The Pedrero, also called a Bercos, Perrier à Boîte, or Murderer, I like Murderer, filled that niche. It was a small breech-loading swivel gun that was quick-firing for its time and light enough that it could be pulled on a limber, a two-wheeled cart that could be towed by horses, introduced by the Venetians in the 15th century. There we go. Upgrading our military is always a good thing. Always a good thing. I can get a modern castle in Cologne. Where's... I want a modern castle. How much will a modern castle cost me? Like, how much? I can upgrade this. 119? Okay, we'll actually deal with the Kingdom of Italy and the Empire in a second. Confirm build. Are you sure you wish to build a modern castle in Cologne? Yes. Yes, it will not increase manpower because the manpower efficiency is too low. Fine. Fine. Will it actually decrease manpower? Wait. I don't know. I don't know. Will it? Let's see. Manpower. No, modern castle. Let's do that. Let's do it. We're increasing the castle. Because once we build a modern castle, then it will replace this one. So that's fine. That's fine. Now, the Kingdom of Italy and the Empire. Technically, all of this area, like northern Italy, even going down almost as far as Rome, was technically part of the Empire. But for an extremely long time, almost since the beginning of the Empire, there was a large divide between, you know, between whether or not the Empire had more sway, whether they owed more sway to themselves, whether they owed more allegiance to the church, and there was a battle. On one side, there were the Guelphs, who said that the church was more important, and then there were the Ghibellines, those that said that the emperor was more important, in terms of like who was a more legitimate, who was a more powerful, who was the rightful temporal authority on Earth. And a lot of northern Italy, because of their proximity to the Pope, and I mean, the Alps here made a pretty impressive natural barrier, so they consider themselves separate from the barbarians, from the foreigners up north. So they didn't really see themselves allied with a Germanic, French, Czech, whoever, Hungarian at some points in time, emperor. So, all this to say, for years now, imperial authority over the Kingdom of Italy has been waning. Successive emperors have failed to impose their will on the Italian states, and large areas that are formerly part of the empire have been lost to Venice and the Papal States, who reject the emperor's right to them. Unless northern Italy is firmly brought back into the empire, the states may slip out of imperial control forever. Now, unless all of the region of the Kingdom of Italy is part of the empire before 1490 and stay there until 1550, the states are likely to leave the empire. And where's the region, the Kingdom of Italy? Where is that? With the subcontinent Italy? No. I think it's mostly the northern Italian part. Okay? It's seismic group? Yeah. yeah, it's all of this northern part. I mean, not Venice. Basically, they need to take yeah, all of this green area, including Ferrara and Bologna and all of these. They need to bring them back into the empire. But yeah, so that is the kingdom and the empire. And with that, I'm actually going to call that an episode. We've gone on 3 or 4 minutes longer than I intended. So, I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, please comment. It really, really does help me out. Share this on other social media networks. That would be fantastic. Continue to watch. I love all of this. I'm blown away at this success. For me, this is successful. 30 views, 30, 40, 50 views on a video is successful at this time. I'm blown away by the success of this. I love this, and I love you guys. So keep watching, but most importantly, have a wonderful day, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen.